Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Radio Show. So excited to reach out to you and offer some great information from fantastic people in the community making powerful movements. And on the phone right now with us is a fitness leader. He's doing amazing things to help transform people. Please welcome Coach Jay on the show.
Hello everyone. Hello, Nikki. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having the time to share some of the great things that you're doing with us. Now tell me, what does your typical day look like?
I got to laugh. When someone asks me that, it really starts fairly early in the morning. My wake-up time is 4:40 exactly every day, and that's Monday through Fridays. Sometimes on Saturdays, Sundays they start a little later. My first class is 6 in the morning, I just start from there and I move forward. Typical days is lots of training. We do group sessions here. I'm the owner of Coach J Fitness Studio in Thornhill. We're at the intersection of Bathurst and Centre Street across from Promenade Mall on the second floor. We're on Desera Drive. The exact address would be 210 Desera Drive, Unit 230. So we do small group training. We have various classes each and every day, that from beginners to advanced people that want to come out. Yes. So we have an extent schedule. I run about 5 to 6 classes a day, and that's solid Monday through Friday.
Wow. I'm tired just hearing how busy you are. That is an incredible amount of energy that you put into. But what drives your dedication? That is a lot of self-discipline.
Yeah, to be honest, I've been blessed with, I guess, a great clientele over. I've been doing this now 17 years. I started as a small independent personal trainer at a couple of the local fitness gyms in the area, and I just took it from there. I've always been inspired to want to help people. I think God put me on this planet to help a lot of people. I didn't want to, per se, have a desk job, and I like movement. I like to see people move. I think it's important. I think our young generation, I think that needs to be a big focus, and it's actually one of our focus here at the studio. We do offer, and one of the only places that offer youth programming. So from that standpoint, we try to be an advocate in the community, to be leading on various activities. From the motivational standpoint, it's just the people I work with. They come in to regardless of what their goal is, I always tell them it has to start with a goal. It has to have an end result, and it's everything in between that we do day in and day out, step by step, that gets them there. And that truly motivates me. Somebody else's success is what drives me to want more for them. Not even just for myself, but more for them.
Fantastic. How old were you when you got involved in fitness? Was it something that happened, as a child or later on in life?
Let's see. I think I started, if I do recall correctly now, and dating my age here, I'm 38. I got started when I believe was 22 is when I got in this industry. So, it's been something that's always, being an athlete. I played basketball, I played soccer, I played various sports. It's always something that's been passion of mine, but, taking it to something like this where you can help a lot of people at one given time, and, the community comes together each and every day at a specific time, either 8:30 class, 9:30 class, 12:30 class, whatever it may be. Everybody coming in with the same mentality that they want to work out, they want to have fun, and they want to inspire each other to each and every day.
That's fantastic. I used to be an educator, young children, and child obesity is at an all-time high in Canada. How would you address that? What are some of the concerns you have about children just not being active? Because I remember. I'm around your age range, and I remember my parents saying, basically, when the lampposts, when the lights come out at night, that's when you come in. And they weren't, like monitoring us, that we were outside playing, working off all that stuff. So what's happened? And what can we do to help the children?
I think there's two things going on here, Nikki. I think one is from the parent perspective, is that you have parents working longer hours each and every day. Those that are fortunate to have two parents are both working now longer hours. Even if you're a single parent, that's even more challenging because there is the reinforcement of physical activity is not there. And if it is there, it is very minimal. Right? You just want to spend, as a parent, you want to just spend as much time as you can with your child, just loving them, just caring for them, just feeding them, clothing them. So, I think sometimes the last thing you're thinking about is, going outside and kicking a ball or dribbling a ball or shooting, a puck around. So, that's one of the concerns there, is that the parents just sometimes don't have the time to reinforce that physical activity. And then when they do, they're tired. The child might be tired because they've had a long day at school or extracurricular activities. So, that reinforcement is being lost. The second, and one of the things that I try to promote in my class, because I train, my 6 a.m. has a lot of teachers. I really try to promote, doing a little bit more. Gym times are being cut in schools. And, the government has to look at themselves and say, listen, this epidemic is not just parents, and how we're educating them on how to feed their child. We have to take some onus on how much time are we really giving. If you look at the average student, how much physical activity they're getting, it's Ontario alone, it's very low. I just read a report between kids who are ages 9 to 14. We are the lowest amongst physical activity.
Okay.
Right. So if we're amongst the lowest, and schools are cutting back because they need to, get more subjects in. They need to spend more time on reading or writing or math, because it might be in that particular school. It might be somewhere where those are the lower grades, and they need to bump those grades up. They need to spend more time. Then yes, physical activity is going to get shoved to the side. But at the same time, the kids that are maybe, that need to expend some of that extra energy they have, they need to have some kind of resource to do that. So what I tell some of my teachers is take the workouts that I do in class, modify them for age appropriate, and do them right in your classroom. If you see that your class needs to just move around, give them a challenge. I have something that's called touchdowns to toe touches. It's a leg exercise combined with an arm exercise. Any age group, from my 5-year-olds who can do it to right up to the oldest client I have that comes to the studio is 70 years old. Even she can do that. So there's not a restriction. Obviously, if somebody has knee joint or elbow joint or something issues, they can't do it. But you can do this in an 8x8 space. So we can do this in the classroom. It's not something that can be restricted. The teacher runs the classroom. Figure it out. Get that extra time if that's your concern.
That's fantastic. And what is the most important thing for you to teach your clients?
That's a tough one, because nutrition is a big part of a person's results. I'm even seeing a wave now, and I mentioned this to my class going into 2016. I said, you will see every guru, every expert, and everyone talking about and switching from the workout to nutrition, and a huge swing on people, taking maybe one workout out of their workout and really concentrating on nutrition. So if you're looking at, your overall nutrition compared to your gym days, you might be saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to eat well 5 days a week, but I'm only going to go to the gym twice, because you're going to put that onus now on the nutrition, because the nutrition is the one that gets you over the hump. It's the one that has immediate results. The gym now is just the bonus. It's the topping on a great dessert or whatever the case may be. So I'm starting to see that shift. What I try to tell my clients is that, it has to be an equal balance. You have to
Absolutely.
100%. There's no 60-40 rule. There's no 80%, 20%. It is 100%. Try to eat as best as you can. 100%. Make the gym 3 to 4 times a week. That's it. There is the secret sauce to success. It can't be a percentage either way. It has to be 100% all in on both avenues.
Dedication, right.
Dedication, yeah.
And that is a very important part to understand, because people think, all I have to do is work out, and then I can go and have, like a Whopper after I go to the gym. But, it's probably 80%, and correct me if I'm wrong, 80% of weight maintenance is nutrition, right?
It is, yeah, it is absolutely. And experts are seeing this, even science is saying this. It's a calories in versus calories out. The better the quality of calories you can take in, the more calories you're going to be able to expend during your workout. And, again, it's not one of those focus. There's no glamour to that kind of science. That can't be packaged in a nice way. Because we're looking at covers of magazines, because we're seeing billboards, because we're seeing, advertisement. Now with social media, you can see it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all these different avenues of the social network. When you're looking at a picture, male or female, that is aesthetically pleasing, it's hard to tell that person that it's all nutrition. They can't fathom how it can be that. They're just looking at the end result. So I try to say it's the process. I learned this very young in coaching. I coach youth basketball. A young gentleman named Christian told me this. It's the process versus the product. If we have to get from point A to point B, it has to be the process of getting from point A to point B, not the product of B. The product of B is we will see the result, but no one knows what you went through to get there. Only you know what you did. To get there. No one knows that you're cutting broccoli at 12 o'clock at night. No one sees that you boil 12 sweet potatoes because there's no glamour to that.
No.
But you know that as a client, you would know what you have to do to get there. You have to put that little extra in.
Right. That is very important to know. I think what you're doing is just amazing, and I really applaud your efforts, and I know that you're changing the lives of so many people and creating such a legacy of fitness. But can you give a very specific example? I know without getting into too many details for privacy reasons. Can you think of a client that you've worked with that you could really see the transformation, and through their transformation you were transformed?
Absolutely. I have about, numerous clients I can say that, and I hope I can say numerous opposed to being specific, but, I've seen, 2 in particular that I've worked with, or 3 that I've worked with over the last couple of years. And, I started something called the Coach J Challenge. I ran it on YouTube and through our social media just to see what would happen, with people tuning in every day. And I would post every day on our YouTube channel and then on our Instagram. And then I ran it last year for 49 days. And one of our members, she took me up on the offer to do the weigh-ins in class. Now, you got to be a pretty strong person mentally, especially sometimes women are a little scared to step on the scale at times, men as well. And she did it in front of 30 people every week. She stepped on the scale, and people got to see her transform. And it was 49 days, and she lost 14 pounds. And we did it strategically. And we posted you can go on our Instagram, or I believe it might be on our Facebook earlier post. And you can see the person has really transformed. We did a before and we did an after, and it's, it was a night and day. And I just gave kudos to her because she did the work. The only thing I did was the exercise. I just put a program together, very specific, that worked, and she just did the rest. I'm here 1 hour of 23 hours or 24 hours. The other 23 hours was up to her on how she was going to spend it. And, you know, I gave kudos to her. Just one more. I had a client, about 2 years ago. I, took a course on one of very popular, programs that we have now called FitRow. It's a program I created. And it's based on a product called the Water Rower. And it's a row machine based in water. The paddle is in water. I went to this conference, got a sense of it, said I can use this in my class, in my circuits, or I can create something a little different that can challenge people a little different ways. Another lady took me up on the offer. I said, you know, I went back to her and I said, man, I really think this would be great for you, you know. And she took me up on it. She bought one for her home. And I said, you know, set a goal, what you would want to, you know, it's based in meters, so you can either do meters or you can do time. Anyways, this lady took me up on the offer, and we tracked her meters. And in 100, and she probably would have did this faster due to some complications she was going through, but if you just think of a goal set, she started with not knowing how to do this. And I taught her, and we went over and over, and she just took it on from when I taught her forward. In 136 days, I believe, she did 1 million meters rowed.
Wow.
So, you know, if there's an Olympian listening, they would probably say, wow. Now, for them, that might be, you know, let's say 65 days, 70 days, 80 days. But this is an average person who got on something, learned the technique, and just took it there. And now she set another goal to do bigger and better distances moving forward. But again, it started with a goal, and it ended with a result.
Yeah.
Right? And those are the success stories that people are getting when they come to our studio.
Okay. That is amazing. Now tell me a little bit about the studio, where people can go, how to become members, that kind of thing.
Okay. We're based in Thornhill. We're on DeSera Drive, 210, unit 230, second floor. We're right across from the good old Promenade Mall. You know, our studio is group-based. We have rowing classes, we have circuit classes, strength-only classes, cycling and yoga. Our main thing that we do at the studio is circuit classes. It's the thing that's driving our classes. People are excited to come. It is really, I can't, you know, stress enough, it is a community-based studio. Like, people are coming in from all parts of the city. And it's amazing to see now where a lot of Torontonians are now hearing about us, and they're driving because they're hearing about the sense of community that this place is bringing. It's not about the showy. It's not about who's coming, what they're wearing. It's about, wow, we're getting results. We're getting to learn to find out who these people are that are getting these results. Sisters, brothers, husbands. We have so many husbands and wives coming.
That's good.
We have a Wednesday couple that come. It's their date night. They get a babysitter. They're like, hey, this is our date night. We love it.
Yeah.
You know, we dim the lights. And everyone works out. It's a fantastic atmosphere. But again, it starts with the community. Outside of those, we are looking at expanding. So we're very excited about a possible Toronto location, and that's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. I can't give too much details about it right now, but we are looking to expand, and also looking to expand into Vancouver as well. And again, it all started because people love the community. They love what they were getting out of our studio. We have different packages. We're mostly packs of classes, so people can buy from like 5 classes, 10 classes, 20, up until 50 classes, and then we have a monthly membership as well. Everything is on our website, and that would be www.coachj, C-O-A-C-H, just the letter J, .ca, and a person can log on. They can see our class schedule. We have an app. If they go to, if they're part of Android or Apple, they can go to the Apple Store and download our app at Coach J Fitness Studio. And that will give anybody the most current schedule. And we're always updating, making sure our schedule is up to date and people know, when a class is added. And we're very happy to be adding classes right now, which is great to show that people are really, really excited about what we're doing here.
Okay, fantastic. I want to thank you again for taking the time to talk to us about fitness and all the wonderful things that you're doing. And where can people find you? What is your exact contact, your website information and phone number?
Yep. So our website is coachj.ca. That's COACH.ca. Our telephone number at the studio is 905-882-7799. We are all on social media, so Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and it's at Coach J Fitness Studio. And we're pretty active on all. You can add a friend request. We'll add you. Just let us know you found us through the Nikki Clarke Show. We'll be happy to support and we are happy to support the Nikki Clarke Show. So just
thank you so
drop
much.
us a line. Yeah, drop us a line. Add us on Facebook. Come for a workout. Again, we're open 6 o'clock Monday through Friday is our first classes. Solid 8:30, 9:30 classes, and an evening schedule start at either 5:30 or 6:30, depending on the day of week, and go right to 8:30, 9:30 at night. So we're excited about those. Yeah.
Fantastic. Coach Jay, thank you again. We've really enjoyed listening to you, and I know that we're going to be learning so much about how you apply fitness in your life and how we can do the same. So thank you. It's appreciated, and I wish you all the best, and you definitely have our support.
Thank you, Ms. Clarke. I appreciate it, and all the best to you guys and your listeners out there.
Okay, fantastic. Have a wonderful day, and thanks again.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.